I'm at the Sandy Lau restaurant here in East Vancouver. So I have a good selection of Chinese food here. We've been here many times, so let's go inside and check it out. You have the menu with the different items. You also get a soup. So this is a Bailey soup. Look at that. This is the dried bok choy soup with pork bones. You get the honey dates for sweetness. You get some carrots for sweetness. So a really tasty traditional soup. Ooh, that's a nice rich broth. It's got the honey dates. It's got some carrots for sweetness. Chicken and pork bones for flavor. That's a real simple, nice beef brisket with the bean curd. So the bean curd are sheets of bean curd made by boiling soybeans. So when they dry it up, they later on will put in water and then they put it in the stew and then use a iron pot or a clay pot or steel pot to bring out the flavor. You gotta try this. Oh, it's hot and steaming, big chunks of beef brisket in a stew. It's got the traditional ingredients in there. I could taste the bean curd, the fermented bean curd in there. So one of my favorite dishes. Wow, is that ever tender? Lots of flavor from that fermented bean curd. You gotta try this. This is the three kinds of seafood, the broccoli. So you got some fish, you got some nice prawns, you got some squid here, and nice broccoli crowns. So lightly stir-fried. So this is one of our go-to favorites. You get your veggie and your seafood. You got the nice squid stir-fried with a light sauce, probably made of the chicken broth. They put it over the broccoli. It's one of my favorite dishes here. So this is the Beijing pork chop. I don't think it exists in Beijing, but in North America we have this. So you have the sweet sauce, you get some onions. So the pork chops are slightly battered, deep fried. You have a nice sauce. So one of my favorites. You're not only getting pieces of pork chop, Beijing pork chop. So three orders get bonuses. 3 bowls of rice. Very good. So look at these pork chops. Look how big that is. It's a whole pork chop. You can cut it up if you like, but I like to just take a big bite out of it like this. The next table saw what we're eating. She came over and asked us. So it's a good selection. So you get maybe, it looks like maybe 4 or 5 pork chops. They're huge. So it's one of the 3 selections we had today. You can cut it up in small pieces, but I just like the big chunks of it. I like to bite big chunks of this pork chop. Big bowls of rice. They're big bowls of rice. A lot of restaurants go bankrupt because they skimp on the rice. I'm as impressed by the big bowls of rice. So a lot of restaurants they give you like a half bowl, but here you get a full bowl. And you also get 3 bowls of rice and a soup. Then you have the Hainan chicken. So one of my favorites. So this order, you get 3 choices from the menu, 3 orders plus 1 complimentary Hainan chicken for $71. So this Hainan chicken is nice and fresh and steamed, and you get some ginger green onion sauce. So this is the Hainan chicken, which is the free-range chicken which has been steamed. Very simple dish. And then you get the ginger and green onion sauce with it. So this is the complimentary order when you order 3 orders of dishes. So you have a choice of pepper tofu or chicken. We always go for the chicken, well, most times. So one of the ways you can order is you get a choice of dishes. You get a choice of 2, 3, 4, or 5 dishes. So with each set, you get a bonus, a free dish. So for example, you also get the soup and the rice if you come during certain hours. So probably the best deal around. Today we have a traditional, delicious recipe for you.
So this is a recipe for Chinese beef brisket stew with daikon radish.
Here we have 2 pounds of beef brisket. Like a nice piece of beef brisket here. So it's got a bit of fat here, which is okay. You need a bit of fat when you cook this Chinese stew. So I'm just going to cut these beef brisket into small pieces. So I'm going to leave the fat here. So keep the pieces fairly large here like this. Got some water boiling, so I'm going to put the beef brisket into the water. So next you just rinse the beef in cold water. I got this big pot I'm going to cook the beef brisket in. So put about 3-4 tablespoons of cooking oil in there. Got some slices of ginger I'm going to put in there, so it's fairly large slices. You got maybe half a dozen slices in there. So I finished letting the beef brisket dry. So I got the heat on high, just give the beef brisket a good sear. The ginger is aromatic, so that's going to bring out some nice flavor. Got about 1.5 liters of water going in now. So I'll turn the heat down to medium right now. So these are the main ingredients I'm going to put in. So I have 3-star anise. So I put the main ingredients in now. I have 3-star anise. I've got 3 small bay leaves here. So bay leaves will tie all the flavors together. So I've got some mandarin orange peel. So it's about half an orange peel here. So it's about so this is about half an orange peel. So it's 2 pieces here. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of salt in there. I use natural sea salt. So I'm going to put about a teaspoon of sea salt in there. You can use regular salt too if you like. I'm going to put some oyster flavor sauce, one of my favorite sauces I like. So put about a tablespoon of oyster flavor sauce. I'm going to put a tablespoon of brown sugar. You can use regular white sugar. So just put that in there. So this is what I put in to give it lots of flavor. So this is a traditional chuho paste. Chuho diang. So this chuho paste has fermented bean curd in it. So put 2 tablespoons of the chuho paste in there. So I put 2 tablespoons of chuho paste in there. So these are the flavors that I like. You can put other flavors in there too if you like, but this is what I like. So I'm just going to let that simmer at low to medium heat for 1.5 to 2 hours. So I have 1 whole daikon, peel it just like a potato. So we're just going to cut the daikon into fairly large pieces. We put the daikon in the stew in the last hour. So the stew has been going for about an hour already. So just cut it into fairly large chunks like this. These Chinese mushrooms I soak in water for 3 hours. Some of them you have to soak for longer, overnight. And some of them you can just soak for about an hour. So the mushrooms, I'm going to leave them whole, the small ones. And the large ones, I'm going to cut it in half. So for this recipe, we've got some dried bean curd. So bean curd is like when they boil the bean in water, you get the top, which is a curd. So they pull off the curd and then they just dry the bean curd. So you get the bean curd that looks like this. So this is some of the bean curd that has been soaked in hot water. I just boiled some water, soaked the bean curd in there for about 20 minutes. So as you can see, it's one big sheet that has been scrunched together. So what we do now is just cut the bean curd into maybe 3 or 4 inch long slices. So just cut it up like this.
So when you put it into the stew in the last half hour, it's going to be still fairly firm. So you need maybe 6 to 8 sticks, depending how much stew you have. So the beef stew has been going for about an hour right now. I'm going to put the daikon in right now. So just put the mushrooms in the last hour or so. And just make sure the liquids cover the mushrooms. So we'll continue to simmer at medium heat. So now we're in the last half hour. So I'm going to put in the dried bean curd sticks. So I'll put that in last half hour, the dried bean curd sticks. Turn down the heat to low to medium. And let it simmer for the last half hour. There you have it, Chinese style beef stew with daikon radish, Chinese mushrooms, and dried bean curd sticks. Enjoy. Now you can order the products and ingredients that I use in my cooking videos. Just click the link below in the description for the Chinese cooking accessory guide. You can order everything online, including the wok that I use and some of the equipment that I use. Thanks for checking out my video, and please give me a thumbs up, and be sure to check out some of my other videos on this channel, and please subscribe. If you get a chance, check out my other channel, the award-winning Chinese cooking channel. So it's April 17, 2025, roughly around 3 p.m. I'm here in the downtown east side on East Hastings Street. So 2 years ago, roughly, I think it was April 2023, there were over 500 tents on East Hastings in a 3-block radius and the surrounding area. So in April of 2023, they took down the tents over the 3 blocks in different areas surrounding the East Hastings area. So since then, the City of Vancouver Sanitation Department and the police escort have been taking down the tents every day. I don't know recently if they've been doing that, but up to a few months ago they were still doing that. Approaching an area near Main and Hastings, there's an alleyway, and last month in March, I think it was March 18th or somewhere around there, a citizen of Vancouver's Chinatown was going through the alley, and then he was killed. Well, he was in hospital for a few weeks, then he died. So it was 3 young guys that assaulted him. It's in the alley coming up right here. Okay, this is the area we're talking about right here. Just going through the alley here. There's people all over the alley here. So there was 3 guys who assaulted this 92-year-old gentleman in Chinatown. So this is the alley going right through right now. So there's a lot more people in the alleys now. Less people on East Hastings, but more people in the alleys. So this is where the Chinatown parade went through. 2023, Justin Trudeau came here, did a short meet and greet during the 2023 Chinese New Year. So this is the actual street that where we had the Chinatown parade, and I didn't catch Justin Trudeau when he was here for the parade. It was only for a short time, so it was just a short handshake and they were gone. So since then, crime has been worse in the downtown east side. Also, crime has spread through other parts of Vancouver and Vancouver area. There have been a few assaults there. There's also a few times where people brought out a knife, knifed somebody. There's been a few shootings on East Hastings, and a few times where the assaults and the shootings, they chased the people through to Chinatown. East of Main and Hastings, there's more people on the streets, so cleared it from here. Tourist season is going to start up pretty soon. So
They're going to be clean here for tourist season for sure. Streets are looking nice and neat. There's more volunteer groups of people cleaning the streets. What's this? Sorry, what is this? What is this?
Oh, camera.
Oh, camera. What are you guys doing?
Huh?
Oh, just
It's camera.
oh, just camera.
Yeah, camera. I'm watching you, man.
Oh, okay.
Watching you.
I'm behaving though.
Hey, good.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, don't worry.
Okay, thank you. I just asked the police officers there what they were doing. This was a camera. So the police officer said, keep an eye on everybody. Well, they said, keep an eye on me. I said, I've been behaving, so that's good. Keeping an eye on everything. Oh yeah, I forgot about a few days ago, there was a fear of some people on the street. They're going after the police. And they want to, you know, they want to shoot a policeman. That's the rumor going around. That was in the news on Global TV. I forgot about that. That was, I think, 2 days ago. So they have the camera here. They're setting up cameras, surveilling the area, which is good. I think that's good. The police are taking proactive action. So police have been assaulted by people a few times, more often than it should happen. So it was pretty risky for police working here. So I think they're doing a good job. So some of these homeless people, they said they're used to the cold, but I can't imagine. I can't imagine all the time if they're staying out in the cold all the time. It's one of the issues of the coming Canadian federal election, although the parties are not really talking about too much, is the bail reform, the catch and release program, some people call it. So crimes are committed, assaults, and then the people are released almost immediately, and so there's a number of people who commit crimes and they're released right away. So a lot of it involves assault or theft. Conservatives under Pierre Poilievre, they are talking about increase in crime prevention, crime reform. Most people don't think about homeless tent cities like the one they had on East Hastings Street in the downtown east side. But over the last 10 years, with the destructive policies of the Liberal government, we're going to get more and more tent cities. A tent city will be coming to your neighborhood. I'm giving support to the Conservative Party of Canada. With the benefit of all Canadians, it's time for a change.